Hello guys, it's John. We're here to another weekly blaze for the first time in a few weeks. It's been a while. That was not my best intro, but whatever. Um, I need to get better at those anyway. So, yeah, been a few weeks. Decided to record this week. It is going from August to September this week, so this is kind of like a September news week. Not like September news week in the sense of, like the Koro stuff that I usually do, but just what videos am I doing in September? All that fun stuff, so yeah, like 5 things to talk about today, a lot, since I've skipped a few weeks here. Actually, have I skipped many weeks at all? It might only be 2 weeks that I've skipped. Oh man. Well, I kind of want to do this week anyway. I don't know how many other weeks I'll record in. Actually, I might record next week too. And then I think the week after for Koro, okay. I think I might just be doing 4 weeks in a row again. That's not intentional, but I mean, it's what's happening, I guess. So anyway, at least 3 of the next 4 weeks, like probably for sure. So I guess I'm back to these again, but yeah. Anyways, all right. So yeah, okay. So a few things to talk about. So the first one will be my birthday. My birthday is September, so I will be getting some stuff there. Yeah, that'll be cool. That's where a lot of the videos are going to come from this month, so I guess that's just worth mentioning now, and yeah. I'll probably be doing videos daily after that, just because there's a lot of videos to get up, so they'll all come out in September, probably going through the 30th, but yeah. Moving on to, let's see, probably Bakugan. I only have one Bakugan video. Oh yeah, also I'm probably going to the store this week, which kind of plays into this. I only have one Bakugan video fully planned out, and that is my GIF Jinryu review for a Bakutech review. Almost done with those, but yeah, that one will be this month. Have a few other videos in mind for Bakugan. Like, I want to talk about kind of a, like, video talk about like how Bakugan peaked. I don't know if that'll be this month or not, but that's just an idea I have at some point. Also, of course, the Bakugan Armors video. I don't know when I'm going to do that, but I kind of want to do it soon. But I always say I want to do it soon. I've been saying this since like early 2021, so I don't know when I'm going to do it at this point. I just, like, I want to, but yeah, I mean, also, yeah, summer is almost done. Like, school starts this week. Like, Thursday's my first day. I have to do anything. Then, not much, and then Sunday I actually start. So that'll be technically next week, but still, yeah. Unfortunate, the summer flew by, but I guess I'll talk about more of that later this week. I already have a lot to talk about today. My camera battery is not looking the best, so I already have a few things to talk about, so let's not add any more. Anyway. And then also for Bakugan, Gen 3, I'm not going to cover Gen 3, but I do want to, like, get some stuff to talk about. So that's another video for the month, potentially. So yeah, also I want to get one more video in August. I might do that peak, like the Bakugan peak video, or potentially one of 2 other Beetle videos. We'll talk about those when we get to them. But if I can't get anything out, I'm not gonna force it. I'll just upload stuff next month, because I have a lot of like videos I'm planning on doing, and like, you know, monthly and stuff, like in the Bakutech reviews, some Beyblade videos. So unfortunately, I might just make a week gap for uploads. Don't really want to do that, but again, if I can't get anything good out, again, I'm just not forcing it. So yeah. Next up, Bottleman. Don't really have a lot of Bottleman videos, and honestly, I kind of almost don't want to make them. Oh yeah, also for anime stuff, JoJo Bizarre Adventure Step 5. I just want to mention that. I'll get this out of the way now, but yeah. For Bottleman videos, I have 2 videos this month, at least, and these will be the ranking videos for control types and multi-types. I need to stop forcing videos so much. I don't think these were the best idea, personally. They're like okay Bottleman videos, but I just don't think that they were very necessary. And also recently because I feel like I just really want to make Bottleman videos, and I just didn't know what else to do, and I just did those, and it's like, yeah, I should not have done those. See, after I do these, I'm not gonna just like force videos up anymore, because it was a mistake. And then also, the one video, unfortunately, was one of the videos that I actually did better recently, and it was the Bottleman gimmicks video. That was, I think, probably the worst video I've made since like, I don't know, sometime in 2021 probably, if not before that. Like, definitely, because I've definitely started to try more since like last year, and not counting weekly blazes or like chef blazes or whatever. Those don't count. I mean, for like actual proper videos, probably the worst one I've done since I've kind of tried harder. Honestly, it was really really not a good video, and again. Again, I don't want to keep forcing videos out. So after I do these last two Ballman ones, I'm really not going to keep trying to do that. Yeah, it was a really bad video. I think it had like positive reception, which was good, but at the same time, I just don't think it was a good video. So yeah, I think I had like a better. I don't know how to describe like a better vibe or feeling with videos like late last year and like earlier this year. I think I was doing better where like I didn't upload as much. Well, I uploaded a lot, but I feel like August I was really just like I need to upload a lot, and yeah, I really shouldn't have. So yeah, that was not good. That's why again, if I can't get one of the few videos I'm thinking of, if I can't make it like good, I won't upload any more in August. I'm just calling it. But yeah, those videos I don't think were very good. So yeah. Anyway, I'll still do the ranking videos for the ball melons just to finish. Control types I think might go a little bit better, and I think the multi-type one is actually half decent. But that's the problem. Is like I wanted to do these because of the multi-types, and I probably should have just made a multi-type video in hindsight, and then I just didn't. So that one I think will actually be good. The control type one, I hope it'll be better than the power and speed type ones. I think it could be, but yeah, the multi-type one should actually be good. So the control type video is like the last video I'll be doing. That just kind of feels maybe a little forced, but after that I'm going to try to not do that again. So yeah. Next up, Beyblade videos. My god, do I have a lot of Beyblade stuff. So I already mentioned in the previous Weekly Blaze, a lot of stuff for my birthday. The Red Wizard Arrow booster, the Blue Knight Shield booster, the Star Dash set, and then of course the 3-3 Battle Deck set. Also a couple rare burst bays. We got the Victory Valkyrie BV Rich Green version, and then also the Trident Heavy Claw Lottery version. Both really, really cool bays. And then lastly, actually a Metal Fight bay, the Soul Blaze, like original color version. Yeah, just regular Soul Blaze sealed. So that'll be very exciting to get. Finally have a Soul Blaze in original colors. So yeah. Those will all be, so all those Beyblade videos, plus like the one JoJo video, those will all be like in a row right after my birthday, which is the 21st. So yeah. As far as other Beyblade videos go, I do have two videos that I'm not sure I'll do next month, or maybe they'll even be videos for like this month. Who knows? We'll see. Like again, one of those two could be this month, and then yeah, next month potentially one of these or both of these or whatever, or maybe they'll come up till October. I don't know, but yeah. But yeah, so as far as like actual videos for next month go, before we get to those two are a bit more interesting. But we have of course the ranking video, ranking every Fafnir. That one actually I'm looking forward to. Some of the ranking videos for motifs I think are a little bit whatever, but I think this one will be good. I'm going to be roasting Wizard Fafnir a lot, which will be fun, and then I like the other Fafnirs. I think it'll be fun to talk about Fafnir, and then also Achilles. This is October, but I just want to say like, I think the Achilles one's going to be funny. I have a lot to say about Achilles that probably makes some people mad, but I think it's just like listen, I don't like Achilles. It'll be a fun video, so. That's next month though. But for September, yeah, the Fafnir stuff will be fun. Also, Shark Edge. Shark Edge will be an unboxing. Hopefully I do next month. Yeah, hopefully September. If not, it might be October. Depending on how long it takes to get here. But hopefully it's September. Really hoping it's September. Also, discussion next month on the October releases. Apparently we're getting a starter, short random booster, like a battle set, like all-in-one set type of deal, and then the string launcher. So, pretty big discussion next month on October releases, which is very exciting. I like the bigger ones. I don't like the Night Alliance one, where it's like, okay, here is one bay in a line of bays that is very new, and I don't have much to say about. What do I do for this video? I don't know. But yeah, the October stuff will be very, very fun, I think. And then also, I did pick up a few more things in my order, because I was ordering, I was like importing some stuff for my my birthday stuff, and I decided to add some more stuff on. One of those things was a black 1D chassis. It was the first Uranus one. always made me like, not, I don't want to say made me mad, but I was always like, why don't I have this? So finally picked that up. That should be a thing that I get very soon. Well, maybe not very soon. I don't know. I don't know if I'll get these for my birthday or not. I might just honestly wait to open them till then. We'll see. But I'll probably do that in a Weekly Blaze, like opening that. So that's a Weekly Blaze exclusive right there. Or birthday, depending, I guess. But probably Weekly Blaze. And also, I added two other things on. I added the Gold Turbo / Valkyrie Goku layer, one of the Rare Bait Get Battle things. And also Brave Solomon. I feel like I just said both of those so casually, even though these are two of the most, well, not most rare, but like, two of the most like infamous, I guess you could say, like layers. Like they're Rare Bait Get Battle stuff. It's these two layers, technically Dynamite Versus, and like the 4 actual base, which I already have those 5 things, but I want to complete the Rare Bait Get Battle collection, man, so I just decided to order them. Got them very cheaply as well. I got them for $20. No, I got Solomon for $20. I got Valkyrie for 30, which, if you know anything about these, that's like way too cheap and should be like not able to happen. But it did, because again, here's the thing, like Japanese marketplaces are kind of insane to get stuff, and also like I think the Rare Bait Get Battle stuff was re-released there recently, and so it's kind of overflowing on Japanese markets. So buy those up while you can, I guess. But yeah, those are the for sure videos I'll be doing in September, which is actually quite a lot of them. I don't feel like I need to add many more videos here. The only thing I will say there are, like, again, that one Bakugan video I said. Also, like, the Gen 3 stuff, I might do a video on that. I also might do, maybe the the Bakugan, like, peaking video, and then also, for Beetle, those other 2 videos I mentioned. One of which would be a 0G video. I want to talk about kind of 0G, just make a whole video on 0G, really, just because I think it'd be fun. And then also, this is something I'm going to say right now, and that is the, oh god, actually, I'm gonna charge my camera a bit, I think. I'm gonna need some explanation time for this one, so let me charge my camera, just like for a few minutes at least. Alright, I'm back. My camera, I don't know how well charged this is, but I'll have to do. I mean, there's at least like 1 bar, so it's not blinking at me. Should at least get like 15 minutes out of this, that's enough. So this last video, okay. So I gotta explain here. So after this, there's like 1 story I have, and then that'll be that, but yeah. So, okay. Also, I mentioned what day it is. It's Sunday at almost 5:30 a.m. Anyway, so this last video is something. Or I'll just say it, Reimagining Beyblade Burst Part 7. Okay, so Reimagining Beyblade Burst was a series that I did. I started, I was kind of doing like 2 a month, well, kind of, but, like late April, then I did, first half of May, second half of May, first half of June, second half of June, then, of course, first half of July. And that was it. And I left it at those 6. I was like, alright, first probably like single dual layers, and part 2 God, part 3 Chosets, part 4 GT, part 5 Super King, and then part 6 DB/BU. Cool, that's that. I mentioned I might expand upon this eventually, but I wasn't really sure what I meant by that, honestly. But after thinking about it, yeah, I kind of do want to expand on it. I would say before I was, there's like 4 sections to Reimagining Beetle Burst, the first section being the first 6 parts that I've already done. I knew I wanted to do those, and then parts, and like the second section, I'm not going to say how many parts there are yet, but the second section I was like, maybe I'll do this at some point, but I don't know about that, that's a lot. The third section I was like, probably not. And the fourth section I'm like, this would be funny, but probably I don't think I'll do this. And then, as of now though, of course, well now I actually have done the first section. Second one, yeah, I think I'm going to do it. Third one, I think there's a pretty good chance I will. And the fourth one, honestly, maybe. I feel like if I already get to the point of finishing all of the other sections, I might as well. So, that said, I'm not going to schedule these. I'll explain this in the next part I do, but like I'm not scheduling these. I'm not doing like 2 a month again. That's, well, maybe I will, but like I'm not subjecting myself to having to do that. If I don't do them for 2 months, I don't do them for 2 months. This isn't something I need to do immediately. I do want to finish the first, well, I guess second section by the end of this year. But even then, I don't have to. I just want to. And then the other four, not other four, the other two sections, I am, those will be next year. Probably, I want to do maybe the first, like that third section before I'm on summer break, and the last one will probably be during summer break, or unless I just do them all like quicker, I don't know. But anyway, so how many parts am I going to do here? Alright, so let me just say, first up here we have Beyblade Burst, oh, not Beyblade Burst, Reimagining Beyblade Burst Part 7, BU Extended Part 1, Reimagining Beyblade Burst Part 8, okay, hold on. Reimagining Beyblade Burst Part 8, BU Extended Part 2, Reimagining Beyblade Burst Part 9, BU Extended Part 3, and then Reimagining Beyblade Burst Part 10, BU Extended Part 4. Okay. Yes, I'm planning on doing 4 entire extra DB videos. Well, BU, whatever. Yeah, okay. So, effectively, how this is gonna go. The first part will be every single layer motif that was introduced in the single layer era that did not get an evolution. Whether it be literally didn't get an evolution in DB/BU or I just didn't give it one. I'm not doing any pre-existing motifs that have already gotten DB versions. They're done. If I wanted to change them, I would have by now. I didn't change them, so they're done. So this is going to be... So all 4 of these parts are not changing anything. They are all fully new concepts for bays, which is why I was kind of unsure on whether or not to do this, because that is a lot. I can make like the 10 bays I did for the first, like for the DBBU video. That's fine, but making all of these other bays, it's gonna be rough. But I really want to do it anyway. So for this part, we have Amateraos, Trident, Odin, Horusud, Minoboros, Unicorn, Evil Eye, Neptune, Yggdrasil, and Chaos. So 10 bays to make. These might be shorter actually because there isn't like the whole changing part. It's just adding, so yeah, still like decently long, but they might be more like in the 20 to 30 minute range rather than getting up to like almost an hour like part 6 was, so yeah. Part 8 will be all the dual layer motifs that were not done. Which, let's see. There's Balder, Quetzalcoatl, Fenrir, Behemoth, Phantom, Gaia, Jormungand, and Anubis. So 8 there. Then part 9 actually will be both God and Josette. I feel like at this point there's just less, so I'll combine these into one, and that will be, let's see, we got... Alright, let me think about this, so... Because I don't have a script, I'm just like thinking of all the motifs just off the top of my head, so it might be why it's taking longer anyway. Garuda, Genius, Orichalcum, Regulus, Kukulkan, Nemesis, the whole Eclipse, Apollos, Artemis mess. That's just gonna be like one section, so there you go. Fornius, who else? Salamander, Hercules, Leopard, Aegis. I think that's the 12. Yeah, it's those 12. 7 from God, and then 5 from Josette. Technically there's 14 total, because if you want to count the Eclipse things as multiple, but you know, like I'm just count them as one, so yeah. There you go, that is that. And then we of course have part 10. This one will feature all of the GT and Sparking motifs, and that's it for the BU stuff, because obviously after that we just had like the DB motifs, which obviously are in DB already. But yeah, so for this we have, let's see, for the GT motifs, there's of course Ashura, Joker, I didn't miss that, okay, no I didn't. Let's see, Hydra, Pegasus, and then I think it's just for Sparking, I think it's just like Uranus and Solomon at that point. I don't think I missed anyone, pretty sure. It's just 6, it's not many, that'll be like a pretty short one compared to the others, but yeah. that's kind of just like wrapping up at that point, so yeah. Anyway, these will be, again, I don't know when they'll come out. Also, they get more challenging to make every time anyway, so that's something, because obviously the more I have to make, again, the harder it is, because I just, like, I mean, I could pull gimmicks and ideas, but eventually I'll get to a point where there's just less and less of them. So that'll be something. But yeah, I'm gonna make all of these, every single one, every single motif is going to be pulled into this reimagining series. I'm doing every motif in the BU, well, DB system, in this BU extended idea, for which will be 4 parts. So it's literally like just a whole second project for this reimagining series. That's going to be difficult. So yeah, oh boy, I don't know why I did this to myself, but at the same time, I actually do want to make this, so like it's not that big of a deal. Just like, man, this is gonna be a lot of effort. So yeah. Then we get to the third project of the reimagining series, which is going to have, well, first up, Reimagining Beyblade Burst Part 11, Bakuten Shoot remakes. I'm going to alter any of the 19 pre-existing Bakuten Shoot remakes as I see fit. And I will work under the parameters that I can't make new parts, aside from layers. But I am going to be making and adding a lot of bays. I am planning on adding in... I'm probably not going to add many more, but I want to finish the Wolborg line. I want to do all of the important... Oh, wait, actually, no. I'll do the Wolborg line. That'll be a big addition. From, like, the S and F era, like the spin gear system, I'm not doing 4-layer system. I think it's just Wolborg 2. And then for V-Force, it'll be... I guess I'll probably do a Wolborg 3 for the hell of it, potentially, and then also Burning Kerberos. And then G Revolution, we never got here, so I have to do all of the important bays, all of them. All 6 of them at this point, plus probably Gigars and Zeus, so... Yeah, and of course there's also, aside from just the main kind of 6 at this point, that already have, like, the 6 motifs that we've gotten remade, so... There's also second ones for Tricoon and Tronzer with the GT versions, and then, I haven't decided whether or not I'm doing HMS yet. I might do HMS, we'll see. Do I want to subject myself to HMS? I might, we'll see. I'm considering this one still. This is still pretty far out, so I still have time to think about this. And then, of course, we have Reimagining Beyblade Burst Part 12, Metal Fight Remakes. So yeah, so the third section, just 2 parts, literally all remakes, and yes, again, we'll be altering any of the 11 remakes we got, not doing pre-Hybrid Wheel. I don't know what I'll be adding for the first season, probably Dark Bull, like, for sure, then maybe Dark Wolf, maybe, like, a couple others, and then, Metal Fight Explosion. Alright, let's add a lot of things here. Probably. Well, maybe not actually that many. I do want to add the rest of the maximums, plus, like, maybe both of the Grand Keto Space, potentially, we'll see. And then there's 40. I'm doing all Legend Bays, which are 11. There are 11 Legend Bays, because of course you have the 10, then of course, Flash the Terrio kind of just comes in after, that's 11. Yeah, we're doing all of them. That is going to be a problem. So I'm literally going to be making probably... For both of the remake lines, I'm going to be altering quite a few of them, but also probably making 15 to 20 of them from scratch. And then, of course, for Metal Fight, there's also possibly 0G. That's a problem. Do I want to do HMS and 0G? Because if I do, then it's probably more like 20 to 30. I don't know why I'm doing this, but I am. Again, I haven't fully decided on whether or not to do the remakes, but I feel like I probably will. So that'll be a thing. And then we get to, so yeah, the remake stuff, again, that's just going to be difficult. There's going to be a lot of things to make from that. And then, of course, after the remake stuff's done, then we have the 4th and final section. So, getting into this one, again, if I do the remake stuff, I'll do these, I'm sure, so yeah. We have Reimagining Beyblade Burst Part 13, Hasbro. If I do this, I'm going to take every single Hasbro exclusive bay and turn them into Takara Tomy bays. Why? I genuinely have no idea. I just am. And then after that's done, which is a not a good idea probably, because there's so many to do. I'm not adding any more. That's the thing. I don't have to add more. I just have to convert them into Takaratomi bays. But when you get to some of those later ones, they're just so bad. It's gonna suck. But again, doing it anyway. And then there's going to be the final part, reimagining Beyblade Burst Part 14. Original creations. I don't know what to call this part yet, but basically I'm going to be making up my own motif or motifs. I don't know yet. In whatever systems I want, I'm just going to be making fully original bays. Just a few of them, probably not many. Probably won't be the longest video. And that's going to be the end of the reimagining series. After that, I'm done. I'm not going back to reimagine and remake every single box and shoot bay or like every metal fight bay. That's not happening. That's insane, and also really stupid. Especially if I'm not making new parts. There's no reason to remake every single bay in burst. I just want to remake like the important ones, which is still a lot of them. But yeah, and I'm not making more original bays. So just no. Because like without 3D printing them, it kind of just sucks. The only reason I'm even going to do this is just because I think it'd be kind of cool, because it's such a long series at this point. Like it'd just be cool to end off with that idea of like, yeah, here's my own ideas, you know. So I think ending off on that is perfectly fine. But yeah, a 14-part series. It was a 6-part series that was supposed to end there, and now I'm gonna make it into a 14-part series. I had these ideas before anyway, but I didn't think I was gonna do them until now, and now I am, and it's gonna be rough. Not gonna lie, but again, I did want to do it, so like it's not like that big of a deal. Although I might regret it eventually, but I kind of want to do it anyway. We'll see. So with all that said, the last thing for today to talk about is the title of this weekly blaze, Beetle War 2. So if you guys remember last year, I had this whole Beetle War video. Oh, not video like this weekly, like a weekly blaze where I talk about this Beetle War, how there's a ton of beetles, and anyway. So I was sitting there, and I was like paranoid because like the 1 year anniversary when they started appearing and stuff, and then nothing happened. And the next day I was chilling. It was like 6:30 in the morning, and nothing was happening. And then I heard something. And we have these cup holders on the couch. They're kind of loud if you like do anything in them. I don't know why. And sometimes the dogs make noise with them. And it's not like one of the dogs was making noise with them. The problem is that there was absolutely nothing over there. But I didn't have to think about this. I already knew. I'm like, there is a beetle walking in there and trying to get out. Got up, looked, I was right. It was the same kind of beetle from last year. It was the same one. And I'm like, that is really not good. So I'm like, okay. Beetles are back, of course. And so I kill that one. And so I'm like, alright. Tomorrow night I guess I'm going to be watching all night for beetles. None showed up. So I'm like, alright, cool. Next day. I'm like, alright, they're going to be here today. They didn't show up. And then they didn't show up the day after that either. And then the next night I was in the basement getting plates, and I was walking, and then on the stairs I see a beetle. I'm like, oh man, it's a beetle. Of course, I knew there was gonna be another one eventually. And I look, I'm like, wait a minute. Uh-oh, this is not the same kind of beetle. Last year I mentioned that there was these beetles from 2013. They basically caused a lot of problems. They basically are what made my fear of bugs bad, and they also kind of were the catalyst to why I started staying up so late. And I said that they were the same ones, like the ones from last year were the same ones as like these 2013 ones. I wasn't convinced because I feel like the ones from last year just seemed a little bit different. And I can fully confirm they are, because I just saw one of the ones from 2013 a few days ago. And so I definitely kill that one because I'm like, that cannot be in here. That is a problem. And those ones are really hard to kill too. Like those things just do not die, and it's like, man, that's rough. But yeah, that was definitely just like a one-off thing. I'm not gonna say that it's gonna be like not a one-off thing, but hopefully it was a one-off thing. But a few more days since then, I haven't seen anything. This is definitely an underwhelming title for sure. However, it still made me paranoid for days. I was like, where are they at? And I'm sitting there waiting, and they just never appeared. Like there was just literally one of those types of beetles from last year that they just decided to appear. Just the one to make me paranoid for a few days. And then, of course, none other ones showed up. Why can't I talk? None of the other ones ever showed up. Like, they just weren't there. just the one apparently this year. Probably just got in randomly, I guess. I mean, one can still appear, I guess, but like, it's definitely getting less and less likely. It still can happen, but yeah. Um, but yeah, that was the Beetle War 2. It was literally just one appearing to make me paranoid, and then they just don't appear. Which I'll take one appearing over more, but it was just like, of course, just one had to appear. Just the one to make me paranoid and make me wonder about the others, and then they just vanished. Because that's just how it goes. And then of course, the other kind appeared, but that one was not the same. So yeah. Anyway, I think that's all for this week. Not this weekly blaze, but for today. Had a lot to talk about, of course, with everything. But there you go. The main takeaway here is that the reimagining series is coming back, and that I have a lot of videos for September planned. I will have to get out most of those videos, like, aside from the birthday ones. Like in the first, like almost half of September. Then after that, it'll just be the birthday videos for a long time, like a long string of them. And then I'll talk about the October stuff eventually, and what I'm doing for October. But I don't have to worry about that right now. That's future me's problem. So yeah, I think that's all for today. Yeah, my camera's gonna die again. Wonderful. So yeah, I said 50 minutes and it's been almost 20. Great. All right. All right. I'll come back later this week to talk more about probably some school/summer stuff, and then whatever else I come up with. And probably not gonna be too much more. I don't think. I think that's most of the stuff I want to talk about. Been taken care of now. So yeah. All right. See you at some point later in this week, I guess. All right. I'm back. It is now. Is it only Monday? Hold on. It's a Monday to like 11:30 p.m. Okay then. That is earlier than I thought. Anyway, couple things for today. Well, first up will be something I'm doing tomorrow, which is a video, and yeah, I guess I'll be doing a video on the 30th. I guess we'll see, but yeah, I was trying to think of like a video to do in August, and I did one. Then now I'm doing another one, so I'll have 2 extra videos. That's fine, but yeah. So basically, this video is going to be a Bakugan video on Gen 3. Originally, I was going to go to the store. I probably will still go to the store. I might pick up like 1 or 2 things there. If I see a special edition, I'll get it. I'm just not going to get whatever now, though, because like before, I was going to pick up maybe 1 or like probably 2 special packs or 1 starter pack. I ordered a starter pack. I'll get it tomorrow. Open up on this weekly blaze. Not the full thing, just like the package comes in. But yeah, will be interesting to see. So I'll be making a video on Gen 3. I'm not gonna do an unboxing video. I'm gonna just do a discussion, like first impressions. It'll be like half an unboxing video, half just like that discussion, but still. This is probably be pretty long, maybe like 20-30 minutes long, and I'm pretty much just going to be eviscerating Gen 3. Unless if I'm surprised, like, unless if I get it and it's like surprising to me and I like it more than I thought, like I think I will, but I don't really think that there's much else for me to like more about this. Like, the game is just so stupid, and like a lot of things here are really dumb, and I don't think that there's like a lot that I'm really gonna change my mind on. But yeah, I don't know, we'll see. I just don't imagine I will. So yeah, it's going to be me basically just eviscerating this new gen for a while tomorrow. That's going to be fun. Yeah, I don't really, I don't want, like, okay, I want to do this because I feel like it's just annoying to how bad they did this, but at the same time, I don't want to have to eviscerate Bakugan, you know, like, man, I just wish Bakugan could be good again. That was nice. Honestly, though, like, if I knew back in, like, 2015-16 that, Bakugan was going to come back but be bad, I'd have been like, just end it there. Just give us the 1 gen. We had Mactanium Surge, which was weird, but kind of interesting. Of course, then you go to Bakugan, and technically the final Bakugan ever released was Yasha Tagaris in the Bakugan Armors line. Leave it at that. Just leave it there. We don't need anything else. We did not need anything else to happen. And, yeah. Just leave it there. We did not need Gen 2 or 3. I hate to say it, but, we did not. So I'm going to be pretty harsh tomorrow because I just feel like it's, again, unless if I'm like shocked at how good something is, which again I doubt, I'm just going all in. I think I was way too nice in my my other Gen 3 video I did. Yeah, like when it was just like images and stuff. So yeah, yeah, I don't think it looks very good. So I will be making that whole video tomorrow to go up on the 30th. So yeah, that'll be fun. And then also while I'm here, I want to talk about my reimagining series since I did do part 7 already. Just want to give a little bit of insight on some of the bays I did. I feel like I don't remember the part names right now, like some of them. Yeah, just so I don't sit here like trying to think about it forever. I'll just say like, the motif and then I'll refer to a part. I feel like I know most of the part names I came up with, but like at the same time, there might just be one like, wait, what did I call that again? So just for the sake of convenience, I'm just going to stray from the part names. Anyway, so raw materials. This one I just made like a DB version of the original with some shiny elements in it. I think that worked fine. But the driver I referenced Dron's RV. I don't know if I said this in the weekly playlist or not, but I do want to reference more Bach 10 shoot stuff. I feel like there's a lot of things they could have incorporated that they just didn't. So yeah, I did want to try that out. I did the whole thing where like the driver, you take it part out. It's like a 3-part driver. You like flip the thing around, reposition the rubber into like a different driver. So pretty cool, I think. And then we have what was next? After that was Trident. Basically just a better screw Trident, but in DB with sensible parts, and then also a crazier version of Claw, which is funny. I think that's all Trident needs to be, really. And then we got, let's see, Odin again, kind of like a knockout Odin second try for DB. That was cool. Then I gave it kind of like Obelisk Odin type of parts, but again, like a BU lock version of triple, and then, high extreme dash, just because I think that part should have been made. Nothing too crazy here, but still I think it was pretty cool. Then we have Horisude, I think, this one was interesting because I was originally going to give it a spring gimmick, but I realized, wait a minute, this is like one of the gimmicks I was going to use for Chaos, so then I'm like, what if I gave it like a claw gimmick, like, but on the layer, it'd be pretty cool. And then High Claw Metal. I thought the Metal Claws would be kind of cool, and plus the name's funny, but yeah. BU Loctus, that's kind of cool, it's like a little mode change thing. Horrorsuit was just always like a really awkward stamina type, so I'm like, let's just continue the trend here, make it a really awkward stamina type, but hopefully a little bit more functional, kind of, so yeah. Minoboros. Minoboros is kind of interesting. I gave it like a sub-blade, which was cool. And that kind of does like the weight shift stuff, but like without the weight shift, it's kind of like a more normal crazy bay. And like, I don't know, I just feel like it worked pretty well there. And the parts, again, just very, very much based on the original Minoboros. And then, yeah, it's effectively just a DB Minoboros with some Mad Minoboros elements here and there. Then Unicorn. Lair gimmick, just kind of like the counter stuff, which is kind of cool. Nothing else that crazy, but the driver has like the metal ring towards the bottom, which kind of helps to keep it upright and give some weight downward. This is actually pretty cool. I'm going to do okay, so here's a Weekly Blaze exclusive fact here. I'm going to do a very similar gimmick to this with a ring around it towards the bottom of the bay that kind of keeps it upright. I'm going to do this gimmick again, but it'll be rubber, so it'll kind of, I mean, it's free spinning, but it'll still help to like keep it upright, kind of really try to grip the stadium so it stays up. That's the whole idea of it. But I'm gonna do it for a new driver for Orbegus. Listen, a rubber free spinning ring around the suction cup towards the bottom of the driver that's meant to really make sure the thing doesn't tilt. That is the idea of it. Can someone please like model this or something? I'm genuinely curious. Like, could a suction cup driver actually work if there's something to help keep it upright? Could it work? Probably not, but it's still worth considering, I think. Next up, after this one, I think I was like, I was in my bag, I'm not gonna lie. Okay, the next 4, listen, I was thinking for these ones. The other ones I had some cool ideas for, but like these 4, I think the trend really started with Evil Eye. Of course, kind of a larger needle, I think that's a fair driver there, but you know, a little bit of metal on the core, new armor. Okay, that's all cool. But the blade, like the split gimmick that splits into like the oval shape or just like the round shape, I think that was cool. But the the disc having the outer part connected by springs that you could then pull outwards to connect with the layer like a Hellkirbyx gimmick, but with this weird spring idea. Listen, that is great. Like, you know, you could debate about like a lot of other things in my reimagining series, I'm sure. Like, but listen, that one right there, I think that was such a funny idea that's really stupid, but also would have been really interesting to see. If I ever could get like one or two things like actually modeled from my reimagining series, this might be one of them. I just think it's such an interesting bay. But yeah, I definitely made a gimmick for this thing because keep in mind a lot of these bays just didn't have gimmicks. Like Trident and Chaos, they did have gimmicks, but like, you know, God era. I mean, Teros was in shows. That's something, but I didn't use the gimmick from that. And then Odin was in GT, kind of used that. Then the other six, like I guess Unicorn had like a little bit of counterattack thing going on. Minoboros, of course, the unbalanced thing, play into those. Horrorsuit had to come up with something, and then I also had to come up with stuff for, you know, Evil Eye, Neptune, and Yggdrasil. So yeah. Speaking of Neptune, core, armor, disc, nothing too crazy about these parts here, but the blade and the driver. Okay, the blade, of course, it's like the three parts with a little bit of rubber. Cool, but the six metal balls inside that move around like to emulate the water. That is, listen, again, that one's like more just like an experimental, interesting gimmick. But I just think that the idea of replicating water flowing through a bay is kind of cool. Like, again, this one's definitely more of a flash over functionality type of thing, I'm pretty sure. Maybe the weight shift stuff could have an effect on battle, depending on how it works. It'd be a little bit random for sure. But it's for sure a flash over functionality thing. But I just think it's such a cool idea that I couldn't help but to like add it. I no joke actually considered like what if I had like water in this bay, or like had something where you could open it up and like add your own water or something. Like, what if I could do that? Is that a thing I could do? And I'm like, okay, probably not, but like realistically, I did think about it, but like, I'm like realizing that I can do that, but you know, like, I mean, I could, but it'd be stupid. But I had to do something kind of similar to that. I think it just was such a weird idea that I'm like, I can't help myself, you know. That one was just too funny. But again, like the flash of it, like if someone told you that there's a DB Neptune and that there's a gimmick that like emulates water flowing through the bay, like regardless of how well it works, like you just have to admit that it just sounds cool, right? And like this is another one that, like the blade at least, I'd like to actually have model at some point. I genuinely might try to model some stuff at some point. Like I don't have a 3D printer, nor do I have any modeling skills, but I can learn. So yeah, and also get a 3D printer. I just think it'd be really cool to check out. So yeah. Anyway, next up we of course have Yggdrasil. This one's like just such an obvious one to me. So Yggdrasil, the core having like the metal coating on the outside of the core where like the plastic, like the colored plastic is. Why did they never do this? Like, it's just such an obvious one that I'm surprised they never did. And then also, you know, armor, disc, whatever, but like the blade having the POM. Of course, having some metal underneath it to help reinforce the POM as well. Fair, I think. And then also the driver. It's like a slightly altered yielding, but with like the gyro free spin. That just seems like such an obvious gimmick to try. So I think this Yggdrasil, while it's not as flashy as the other two, I think it's just like, why wouldn't they do like a POM themed bay like this as much? Like, I think it would have worked pretty well, actually. So yeah, I don't know. If nothing else, it would have been cool to try. That's what I wanted to do here. So yeah, a POM themed DB Yggdrasil. And then also the last one's Chaos. Listen, the fully bound core, that would be a nightmare, I feel like, for burst resistance, but it is what it is. Disc and armor were, you know, just sensible choices. The blade, of course, kind of having like a deep chaos type of gimmick, just a little bit more advanced. But I did like the color matching I did with the white and black, like having mostly white with some black accents, but like the outer part that's bound on the blade being translucent black would be really cool. And then the driver, what do I call it? Endless. It's like was it like a Wahlberg 2's blade base? I think also Dry MS had the running core of this, where it was like it was like a bearing, but with like a rubber bottom part, which is like, okay, that defeats, like, not defeats, but it like helps one of the main problems bearing has, which is knockout resistance. Why did they never do this again? Even if they maybe modified the bottom part to be a little bit less like crazy for stamina or something, like they could have easily done this just to be interesting if nothing else. So would have been cool to see, but unfortunately we just never got it. So I'm like, this is a perfect time to do this. And also, again, Weekly Blaze exclusive news. Idea of a double bearing should exist. I think it was Burning Kerberos. It had the blade base was a like a double bearing idea. I think that could also exist. I have an idea for that. We'll come back to that one. But yeah. But regardless, yeah, I just think that there's a lot of stuff they could have done that they just opted to not do, and I want to start incorporating some of those things in the reimagining series, and that's why I actually think it was, I don't want to say easier, but I think not having, like, bays have gimmicks yet, you know, with a lot of these just being stuck as dual layers, it gives you more room to, like, mess around with stuff, because, like, again, okay, well, Deep Chaos, well, you already have, like, the spring gimmick, so, like, I kind of want to, like, stick with that, you know, but, like, or, like, Trident already have like the one rubber gimmick. Like that's fine. I don't mind, you know, adapting them. But it's like, how far can I adapt them? I feel like these really don't have a lot of room to be changed. But like Evil Eye or, you know, Yggdrasil, they don't have those gimmicks. Oh, I forgot to mention Neptune's driver. It's like Zeta, except like 6 of them, which is just like 6 like not great drivers. But I think it's just kind of cool to have something like that. Anyway, going back to what I was saying, Evil Eye never really had a proper gimmick, you know. And neither did Yggdrasil. So I'm like, okay, well, Evil Eye's whole thing was kind of like a, like kind of like defense, like almost like a counter attack type of thing, or anti-attack, whatever you want to call it. But yeah, it was like kind of like a mobile defense type. So I'm like, okay, let's have the defense and the bulk, but let's also have some attack-like gimmicks going here, a little bit like the oval stuff. Thought it'd be cool to have the experiment of the disc as well, and then also Yggdrasil, no gimmicks, but it had like the POM thing. I'm like, okay, let's just take that to the farthest degree I can, and let's just do POM contact points and a crazier POM driver. Cool, there you go. That is the idea for them. Because these aren't things that were ever done. I'm like, might as well just go all in with these gimmicks, and that's what I did. So yeah, fun time. Yeah. Anyway, I think that's about all for this week. I don't know why I'm walking so much. I'm just like moving around constantly, but whatever. Anyway, that's all for today. We'll come back at some point this week. I don't know how much left there is for this weekly plays. Oh, no, I'll come back tomorrow, actually, to open up the package. Yeah, that's what I was going to do. Okay, yeah. I'll do that then, and then, yeah. Other than that, I don't know, but for now, I'm going to go ahead and go back to whatever I was doing, so yeah. Alright, it's now Tuesday. Just woke up. Got a package. It's like 4 p.m. I did not sleep well. I did not want to wake up at this time. It's too early, but anyway. Let's see here. Open it and find out what we got. Alright, sorry about that jump cut. Anyway, here's the first look at the Gen 3 packaging. This is like very reflective. I'm not trying to get my face in this, so there you go. Yeah, anyway. Here's the back. Try the front again without going in front. Hopefully that's alright, I don't know. Anyway. Yeah, I'm gonna go and make the video on this thing now. I don't know how well it's gonna go. We'll see, but yeah. I guess we'll I guess I'll make the video when I talk about that later. We'll see, but yeah, anyway. Go and do that now. Alright, it's now actually Friday morning. I think it's like 4 a.m. So I think it's actually been a few days since I've recorded. I don't. What's the last time I recorded? Was it the Bakugan stuff? I think from like Tuesday. I don't think I talked about anything after I opened it up though. So I made the video on the on Gen 3. I was not nice to it. And I don't think I should have been nice to it. It's just really weird to me seeing people like defending Gen 3 so much and like. Here's the thing: in Weekly Blazes, I'll just say whatever because it's like I don't know, I just will. But I might mention this in other videos eventually if I make like another big video on well, I have another video I want to do, but this one might take a while, but it's not really going to be related to any of this. It's just kind of a different concept of sorts for Bakugan. I'll talk about this in a bit, but for Gen 3, if I ever make another like discussion on it, I'll probably say a lot of this stuff. I don't know if I ever will, but just it's just weird to see people defending Gen 3 so much. Like, here's the thing, people are like, oh, like, I think that the biggest defenses I'm seeing is like, oh, people are just mad because it's not the same Bakugan as it always was. And like, this is such a stupid argument. And like, I just want to talk about it somewhere because I find it really stupid. Here's the thing, is I think, well, I can say for me personally, I mean, there's definitely some people who are probably obsessed with Legacy and will not stray from Legacy. Kind of like how I am with Bakusek a little bit, but like, that's mostly from a design aspect, and I understand that Bakutek's just going to be the best. It's more so from the gameplay perspective, which I do think Bakutek is the best, but I don't think it has to be that way. Like the TCG, I think you could also make an argument for being the best. It's just that I don't personally care for TCG as much, so like, for me, of course, I'm not going to say it's the best, but I can definitely see an argument for that. But basically, like, people are like, oh, well, people only like, you know, the old Bakugan. But, like, here's the thing, like I just said, there's a TCG. Like, there are so many different rule sets in Bakugan, and I think a lot of people have been receptive to them. And again, even if you like a Legacy, a lot of people do at least respect the TCG. Like, I'm not against new ideas, and I think that they probably should stick closer to a core identity of maybe Legacy in a way, but I think they should add elements from you know, Gen 2, maybe a little bit of Gen 3 here and there, but not a lot. And then also, like, just some new stuff in general. It's completely new to the franchise. I think that'd make for a much better game. So it's not about new or old stuff. It's just that it's not a well-made game. Like, that's the problem, is, like, it's the defense of, oh, well, yeah, people just don't like it because they don't want new stuff again. Really, really not the case. It's literally just that, it's not a well thought out game at all, and that's just like a funny thing that like for some reason people just don't like see that. Like it's just not a fun game to play. It wasn't well thought out, and also like the arena stuff. Like I mentioned this in the video where the arena's $40, but like I think you could make makeshift arenas. I think there's like the tin, and then there's also like those one little weird like ramp things you could buy. They're like $15. I think if you get like 3 of those, you make a makeshift arena. Here's the problem. That is, it takes 3 of them. That is $45. That is more than the arena, and also you don't have the indents for the cards. And then there's like the tin. Okay, if you, I think it's like you turn it upside down or something. You have like a little spot for 2 cards, a little bit of space to launch the background. And the cards are indented down, so this is a good way to actually at least practice or have a smaller scale battle. I think if you want to have like a more Beyblade-esque battle, if you want to go down that route, this is a better way to do it, in my opinion. But I feel like I would have wanted to take more points back against the game if this tin was like 10, $15, which it should have been. Then it's like, oh, well, it's smaller, but it's like, you know, it's fair, I guess. If it was 10, $15, I'd be like, okay, that's like a cheaper way to at least play the game properly. Fair enough. I don't like the game. I think that the arena is still a big problem, but like this is at least something. The tin is $30. Why are they charging $30 for a tin? It's like one special type Bakugan. Like, no, this tin should not. In no realm should this tin be $30. I would say anything above 20 is like robbery at that point. They're charging 30 for it. That is insane. Yeah, I don't know what they're doing with this. Like, again, this gen isn't well thought out and just costs too much, and I don't like it. But Yeah, it just seems like everyone's who's really into this third gen. Like this defense, I keep saying that again. This is why I wanted to just talk about the sake. It's just been really annoying to see. Not even in the comments of my video or anything. Just like I was looking around at Gen 3 stuff. I was curious to what other people are saying. A lot of people who are like being positive are like, people just don't want to accept change. And it's like, no, this just was not a well designed game. And also for like the idea, like conceptually, this whole gen wasn't well thought out. That's the problem that I have, and I think a lot of other people have with the game. Is it's not like it's not just because it's different. And here's the thing: yes, there's a lot of people who select Legacy. Personally, I do like Legacy a lot. I like Bakutech a lot. Um, but I'm not against other stuff. I gave Gen 2 a fair shot, but I'm just not into TCG stuff, and I didn't like some of the things that they were doing, so I wasn't as into it. But with Gen 3, it's like I really can't. Like Gen 2, I could at least try. Like in my let's see, because I did a lot in Battle, well, yeah, quite a bit in Battle Plan. I did a little bit of Armored Alliance, barely any for Chiogun Rising. Then I tried to get an Evolutions. I made like the one Legends video where I said I didn't really like it, but in my video I said was the Bakugan reboot good? I kind of give it credit saying that I thought it was at least close to Legacy. That's not even really my own personal opinion there. Like I like Legacy way more, but I was trying to be fair. I think being fair here, I just think Gen 3 is so far back from the two of them. It's kind of insane. Um, And yeah, I don't know, like the whole defense of oh people, yeah, like I was saying, people just don't like it because of it's not the same. No, that's not what I think people's problem is. It's just not well designed. Yeah, I just wanted to like come up here and to rant about that because it's just like annoying to see. Like, yeah, I don't know. Um, like why is this like the common defense that some people have? Like I genuinely think that like, and maybe I'm getting a little bit too tinfoil hat here, but I feel like a lot of people are hyping up Gen 3 because they want to. Should I say this or not? I don't know. I know in Gen 2 they had like the Baku Master thing where if like you could be signed on as a Baku Master, you get like free stuff effectively, and are sort of not, I don't want to say sponsored by Spin Master, but like you kinda ish. I think you probably have to be positive to get free stuff or something. I don't know. Whatever. But I kind of feel like people want to get the Baku or they're hoping they do the Baku Master thing again, and they're like trying to get it on it and to be positive or something. Like I genuinely think a lot of these people who are being positive about Gen 3 are just doing that for that sake, and I could be wrong. I'm sure some people are maybe they just like it or whatever, and if they like it, that's fine. It's just like I don't like when they're like, but guys, it's actually this is a really good idea. Like it isn't. Well, yeah, people just like the game, and that's all there is to it. They're not being like angry towards other people. It's like okay, fair enough then, right? But man, it's so annoying. And like, yeah, I feel like some people are probably just in it because they want to be a Baku master. That's a thing again. I don't know, but I think I think there's been Baku masters with channels around my size, right? Maybe I don't know actually. I think there's been some smaller ones like this who have been. Um, I personally would not go for that. Like if if they offer me the thing and they say you could say whatever you want, we're just gonna give you free stuff for the hell of it. I'll be like, yeah, sure, why not? But the second they're like, okay, you actually have to be a little bit positive. I'm not like my channel is not about lying about products. That's not what I'm here for. I'm here to just say what I want to say. Like one of my favorite franchises recently has been Bottleman, and with Godcap, there's been a lot of issues and. With DX, I think I was reasonably positive with most of the products, like almost all of them, except for maybe like Random Collection Volume 3 where I dunked on it, but like for the most part I was pretty positive, and then with Godcap I have been much more critical because I don't think it's great. And with Beetle X recently, I think I've been mostly positive, just kind of more of a neutral point because it's new, but with Burst, I would be, it depends on the release really, like there's certain releases that I really like, others that I wasn't as into, again, just to kind of like Chain Kirby, I thought it was great, and I didn't have much to complain about. But then something like the VS set, like the part selection, notably the drivers, really didn't like. That's just kind of what I do with my channel. I just talk about things as I see them. I'm not saying I'm objectively correct. The only thing I'm gonna say is like objective here is like I do think that the game was not well thought out, and regardless of how fun people think it is, that's subjective. But I do think that like people or Spin Master just didn't really think the game through too well. Um, and yeah, there's probably more that went into it than I'm imagining, but like I still don't think that it's very likely they put nearly as much effort into this game as like the TCG. Well, obviously, but still, like there just wasn't enough effort put in, I think. Anyway, enough of that. So what's the other video idea I was talking about? Because I said if there was like another video idea I might do, but it was more conceptual. So basically, this is something I want to do. I don't know if I will do it or not. I want to, but like it depends on how well it goes. Like if I can actually pull this off behind the scenes in duets, if I could figure it out well enough. I have some ideas I've been going between, but if I could figure it out well enough, I will make a video on it. If I can't, then I won't. But it's basically conceptualizing a Gen 4 Bakugan. It's more so just like an original Bakugan type of game. That would be like a completely new thing. But I just call it Gen 4 because I find it funny because like Gen 3 just came out, and I don't know when the video would actually come out. I'd be hoping for like this year, so it's like Gen 3 is only like a few months old. I'm like, alright, here's Gen 4 by the way. I mean, not literally Gen 4, obviously, but like just my concept for what a game should be in Bakugan, and I kind of present it as like a potential fourth gen just for fun. But yeah, I do want to actually try to make my own sort of Bakugan game. Not like a fan made rule set like Bakugan Melee that's like based in Gen 2 but uses like new rules. It's just like, all the Gen 2 cards, Bakugan, whatever, I think. That's fine. And maybe I do something like that eventually, but like this would be a completely new concept using new Bakugan types, just basing the different like ideas from models off of this gen, basing the card types and just cards in general off of this entirely new concept. So that's just something I kind of want to do is like, to try and make my own sort of Bakugan game, because like, even though dunking on Gen 3 is funny, I feel like just dunking on it and leaving it at that just feels a little bit like angry for no reason. I kind of don't like to do that. So at the same time, it's like, okay, I kind of want to like with again going back to like the random collection 3 thing from Bottleman. With that, yeah, I said I didn't like it. I said there's a lot of problems with it, but towards the end of the video, I offered a solution. This is what they should have done for a random collection. It would have made it a much more interesting random collection, since it was kind of just like a weird time that they bridged the gap between DX and Godcap. It was just like recolors. I gave it a much more interesting recolor setup, and also sort of the way it would be is like it also promote kind of buying multiples and getting multiples of the same Bottleman, which I think makes it more interesting, but also it's good for Takara Tomy. But that's kind of the idea with this type of thing. It's like, okay, I don't want to just be like Gen 3 bad, see ya. I want to actually like, okay, yeah, I could do that, but then I can come back to be like, okay, since I said the game's bad, here's what I would do for a game, and just to see like how that would go, kind of. I probably wouldn't run it by anyone. I'd probably just upload the video, and if people liked it, then maybe I could expand that, talk to some other people potentially, and try to work on a more like fleshed out version of the game. And maybe if I get a contact, we could present it to Spin Master somehow. I don't think that ever happened. I'm just like memeing at this point, but yeah, maybe just like to get in contact with some people. Maybe try to make this a rule set that would work with like literal Bakugan, like sort of transitioning it into a kind of a format that would exist in reality, like Bakugan Melee, but it'd be like a very, very different type of setup. But I think maybe something like that could work potentially. I don't think it'd be so far off the rails that would be impossible to achieve. But I do have some different ideas. I do want to make it kind of, I don't want to say TCG-esque in the sense of like, you have a whole deck of cards, but like, in the sense that there's like multiple phases to a battle. Like, it's not just roll your Bakugan, add up the G powers, see ya, that's it. I want to make sure there's more interactivity with it. So that way the game would actually have, and I have some ideas on how to do this, but like, just to basically give the game more depth to it, to make it more dynamic, but also making it in a way that is very reliant on the actual Bakugan themselves and rolling and everything, rather than just, like, okay, you just roll them, add up the G-powers again, make it more physical like Bakutech, and again, more than just adding stuff up. Like, I think that Bakugan could genuinely be a very interesting and dynamic game, if given the proper attention, which I just don't think it really has been outside of like Bakutech. And I think, well, the TCG for Gen 2 actually was kind of getting there. My main problem is, first up, the life decking was atrocious with how it worked. It really wasn't a good system at all. But also, that aside, I feel like Bakugan, like the physical Bakugan themselves, were too stripped back in terms of what they were doing. Again, you just aimed them onto a core, you try to get the core, and then it just goes into TCG stuff. I feel like that was a little bit like at least the Bakugan were there, and you had to at least like try to get the proper cores. So there's still an idea there, but the problem is like I feel like Bakugan were reduced too much in terms of what they are capable of physically. So I think trying to bridge that gap to make an actual more physical Bakugan game while also keeping kind of that complexity of not like a full TCG level complexity, but keeping a lot more complexity from a TCG. I think that'd be really cool. That's kind of what I'm trying to do here, and that's why I wanted to talk about it. First up, yeah, I just want to come on today just to talk about like just kind of meme a little bit with some Gen 3 stuff, but also just yeah, at least present that idea that I've been thinking about and I've been working on it a little bit. It's just like there's something I want to do, kind of almost like mixing cards and cores onto the field at once with like a cool mechanic, but it's a little weird. So that's why I'm also working on how I'd want the phases to go. It's a process. Obviously, making a game is not easy. Um, I've never made a actual game before in this style, so yeah, it'll be an experience. So I'm gonna see how it works. Hopefully, I could do it. We'll see. But yeah, anyway, that's all for today. I just want to talk a little bit about this random stuff. Oh yeah, I should be going to the store tomorrow, or I guess technically later today, so that'll be fun. Anyway, I think that's all for right now. I'll be back. If I get stuff from the store, I guess I'll show it. If not, you'll just see me standing here at night eventually, and that means I just didn't get anything from the store, I guess. So anyway, yeah, that's all for today. So I'll see you at some point. Hopefully later today. If not, I don't know. Just eventually, I guess. Alright, it's now Saturday at almost 5:30 a.m. Obviously, I'm standing up, and that means I did not get anything from Targets. Nothing at all. So, well, I mean, I got stuff, but like not like stuff on the channel. Like, I'm not gonna talk about the like food or whatever I got. Like, it's not interesting. I just went to Target to get like grocery type of stuff. It's not that crazy, but I did look at the Bakugan aisle, of course, and so they actually had quite a bit. They had some leftover Gen 2 stuff. Like I think they had a couple of the like the 5 packs or whatever, and some starter packs. No diamonds. The only one I was gonna probably get was like if they had a like a Legends like Nova Bakugan, like I think it was Hanoj or something. If they had that, I probably would have got it since it's technically like the final Bakugan figure from Gen 2. Would have picked that up, but they didn't have it, which is fine. I didn't expect it. Like, I wasn't... Like, if they did have it, I'd be like, damn, I have to pay $10 for this for a stupid Nova Bakugan, but, they didn't have it, so I didn't get it. I didn't get any other Gen 2 stuff. Oh, I also would have picked up the one Diamond Star Pack, the Leonidas one. That or Hinoja I would have picked up. Nothing else, though. Those are, like, the only two Gen things I would have got. Unless they had, like, a Prisma Dragonoid or some, like, Elemental or Diamond that I was, like, really interested in, but I don't know if something like that would exist. I don't think there would be anything like that, so unlikely, but nothing from Gen 2 I care about. As far as Gen 3 goes, they had like the 5 packs, a few of those. I'm not spending $30 on Gen 3 on a single product, that's just not happening. They had... What did they have? They had like 2 of the starter packs. They had like the one I already got, and they had like another one that I didn't get, and then there was it was mainly like the Street Brawl stuff. It was like all of like a ton of the single packs, and they had like these. I think they're 2 packs, but I think they're really really stupid 2 packs. Like it's like 2 top halves and like 1 bottom half. Like who wants to buy that? Why would I want a product that gives me like 1.5 Bakugan? Like it can work with something like Beyblade, I think, where extra parts are a lot easier to deal with and are more sensible. Or Bottleman, where extra parts are more sensible. But with Bakugan, I don't want a stupid top half of a Bakugan. Like, no, I don't care about that. So I didn't get it, and I didn't get any of the Street Brawl stuff. Like, I did see, like, there's a Pyrus Special Attack Dragonoid there, and, like, the Street Brawl color scheme, and I looked at it for a second, and I thought for, like, a second, I'm like, nah, I'm not doing it. Maybe at some point if I'm like really back into Bakugan for some reason. I'm not gonna get like a lot of Gen 3 stuff, but like maybe I pick up like 1 Street Brawl single pack. I don't even care about diamonds. I don't care about diamonds this gen either. I only care about galactic rares. I think there's also like infinity rares or something. I'm assuming that's like Prisma Drive now, where I'm just never gonna see one. They're like $300 on eBay. If it's like that, yeah, I'm not getting it. If I see an infinity rare, I'll probably pick up one at least. Galactic rare, same thing. If I see either one, I'll pick up at least one. Can't promise more than that, but I'll pick up at least one, and then maybe more if I see them. But like, I don't imagine I'd see them very often. If I did, I grab them if I like them anyway. But if I get them, I'm like, yeah, this is a cool color design, but I have one now, so I don't need more. I'm leaving it at that. But if I actually like it, I'm like, yeah, I can get more of these if I see them. I'll grab more. Also, probably like the big capstone products, if they still do those, I'll probably grab those potentially. Just because I want to talk about those as well, but like, for the most part, like, that's like all. Like, I don't. Unless if they really shift gears with Gen 3, I don't think I'm going to be getting much else really, so. Yeah, I mean, yeah, it's just like the really rare ones when I see them, or capstone products, and yeah, it's really not a lot. I remember with like Beetle X and Balma and Gotcha, I was talking about like I wasn't as into them, and I'm like, I might just stop doing them, but like I don't think I will. I think I was just having like a time or something. I don't know. It's just like I was just annoyed by them, I guess, at the time. But yeah. I think, was that the time? It might have been the time where like I just had like the Kokoribo G problems, and I was still waiting on Beyblade X stuff. I might have just been really annoyed at both of them at the time. So I'm definitely giving Beyblade X quite a while, and Bottleman, I think I'm just too far in to stop at this point. And like I'm not saying I want to drop out of Beyblade X either. I actually do like it now that I have it and stuff, and I think it's cool. It's no Beyblade Burst to me, but it's the start of the gen, you know. Like, when Beyblade Burst started, if you asked me, do I like it more Metal Fight, I would have said, hell no, like, for sure no, but, it just takes time. So for now, I like X, but, yeah, nothing too crazy, but still pretty cool. But for Bakugan, even with Gen 2, like, I'd still buy stuff on occasion, but, like, Gen 3, I don't think I'm gonna get. And the fact that I have very few Bakutech reviews left, like, I'm gonna be doing, within, like, the next 2 weeks, the, Gift Shinryu review. I only have Sextavil and Zeta Moonicus after that. That's it. I mean, I want to do like the Bakutech tier list and the Bakugan Armors video, but like outside of those, it's like, what else am I doing for Bakugan? Yeah, I'll do discussions on here and there, mostly rely on Bakutech stuff when I feel like it. And yes, I'll do like Gen 3 stuff on like very rare occasion. Like I'm talking like less than 5 videos a year. It's gonna be more like my anime stuff. Like, I feel like starting next year, I'd be genuinely shocked if I got out more than 10 Bakugan videos in the entire year. Like, I just don't think I will. Like, I'm not keeping up with Gen 3 in this way. I'm also, yeah, I'm just not into it. And again, if I'm done with Bakutech for the most part, like, I don't really have much else to talk about with it. I've done all the reviews. Like, yeah, I'll still do stuff, but it's not like I'm gonna do a lot, because, like, there's no reason to anymore. So yeah, Bakugan for my channel, it's definitely going to go more like the anime route of my channel, where it's just something that's like a background thing to do. Like, sometimes I'll do it, but just something I do here and there, you know, just for fun. But I mean, I guess Bakugan, it's not really as prevalent as Beyblade or Battleman anymore, but it's still something that I do, for sure. It's just, you know, it's going to be even less prevalent on my channel after this. I also kind of want to do like a Bakugan ranking video soon, where I talk about like ranking every series of Bakugan or something. That might be fun. Maybe I'll do that. Maybe I'll do like a downfall video on Bakugan, or like a peak of Bakugan as well. Like peak of Bakugan, talking about like all the gens. Downfall as in like Mectanium Surge video. Stuff like that I could do. I might save those till next year, actually. I'm not too interested right now. Yeah. Like, in place of, like, because before, usually, when I got into Bakugan, I just go buy stuff, but, kind of all the Bakutech stuff I want, and as far as Gen 2 goes, because again, usually, yeah, when I got resurgences into Bakugan, I'd buy stuff from Bakutech. early 2022, January, I finished my box set collection for the most part. Like, if I see something really cool for cheap or something I just really, really want that's really rare or something, and it's a decent price, yeah, I might still grab something. But nothing like that really caught my eye, so, well, when I got back into Bakugan in kind of July, August of last year, instead of going out to buy Bakugan, I bought Gen 2 stuff. That's why I gave Gen 2 its second chance. That's the real reason, because I didn't have Bakugan stuff to get anymore. That's the only reason I bought Gen 2 really like appealed to me anymore. Is because I wanted to do Bakugan stuff. That's my only option. But Gen 3 sucks. And yeah, I feel like now if I get back into Bakugan, instead of channeling my energy into, oh boy, I want to buy new Bakugan stuff, it's gonna be, oh boy, I can finally make some Bakugan videos. And keep in mind too, like I didn't really start doing a lot of the stuff I've been doing on YouTube until like October of last year. Like I started doing like the discussion videos for Beyblade. Like I technically did some for Bakugan. Like I went back to retitle some videos, but like the actual discussion series did not start till March of last year. Those were almost entirely news videos, except for two. There was like, well, one kind of was more like a BU prediction type of video, but there's also like the Beyblade election theory. I just did that for fun, and outside that, I didn't do any other stuff till October, which was the Will We Get a 30-year DB video. Then I did like the Hasbro video. Then November's where I really started going in with like discussions for Beyblade, and even Bottleman technically. Like October, November, that's when these types of videos really started to get going. And I'm mentioning that because at the time, like I already fell back out of Gen 2. It was July, August, kind of September a little bit. Yeah, I guess September as well. By October, I didn't really care about Gen 2 anymore. And yeah, that's what I mean. Like, so if I get back into Bakugan, it's not going to be buying stuff because I want to make videos on Bakugan, and to make videos a lot of time, it's either box tech reviews or buying new stuff. Now I can just make cooler videos on them. Like again, like more longer form videos. It's just more fun. And yeah, I'm not going to resort to buying Gen 3. The craziest I'll get is again maybe buying like the one type of thing I mentioned, like the street battle special treatment of Bakugan. Maybe I'll buy like one of them. That's the craziest I'm gonna get with Bakugan probably. Again, unless if they shift gears, but for now it just looks bad. And also something I forgot to mention, last clip of this weekly blaze, and also in my actual video, I don't think I mentioned this in either one, but I just find the gate card really funny this gen because it's like promoting like the different areas of the card, and it's like, oh, this would probably require some precision. Let's have a spinning background that have no precision. And also, here's the thing: it's like some people have mentioned that the cards are interesting because it's like, oh, well, you actually have to like land on certain areas. That's like, kind of cool. But here's the thing: no, it's not. Smaller areas, right? So okay, you get 2 cards and you make a field of 4 cards. A lot of these have like 3 areas on them from what I've seen. Generally, some have like 2 or 4, I think, but still. So on average, you'll have 6 areas on your own side, and that means that there's 12 areas overall, 12 small areas, and it determines what power level you use. You know what I think would have been cooler is if you had 12 smaller areas, like, well, first up, I think maybe just giving special bonuses, and just giving special stuff that isn't just, oh, let's see which one of 3 numbers I get to use. It's just so boring. So yeah, maybe make them a little bit more dynamic. That'd be cool. And also, because the spinning backgrounds suck, what if maybe they were smaller? Because here's the thing. Spinning background just fly off the cards way too easily. So what if they were smaller pieces? Like you break up the zones, so then you have like 12 individual pieces instead of 4 cards with like 3 zones each. So you have individual pieces. Because when the background opens on the card and they're spinning, they're actually pretty likely to keep that little magnet with them. It's much more likely for them to do that. They're not going to take a whole card with them. So like, yeah, you could have like 12 small pieces on the field with proper bonuses, and oh, hey, wait. These are Baku cores. Like, Baku cores were exactly what these gate cards are, but literally just better. Especially for the spinning background gimmick that they're trying to push. It's really stupid. Sorry, this is like half of just a Gen 3 rant video part 2, which is kind of funny, but yeah, anyway. I think that's pretty much all for us Weekly Plays at this point. I've exhausted my Gen 3 rants, and this is gonna be a long Weekly Plays, I think, but yeah. I actually don't know if I'm going to record next week. I think I said I was earlier in this Weekly Plays, but I'm actually not sure if I'm going to. I might not. I don't actually know yet, so we'll have to see, I guess. But for now, I think that's everything for this Weekly Plays. Yeah, should be. So maybe I record next week, maybe not. The week after that, though, for sure, because I think that's when we get to, like, yeah, it's September new stuff, so for sure. And then after that, I think it's what, my birthday week after that? Yeah, okay, so definitely be recording those 2 weeks, like, 100%. Unless something, like, absolutely insane happens, but, like, that I can't record, but, you know, assuming everything goes fine, I will. And then next week, don't know. So anyway, I guess that's all for this video. Regardless, I will be back pretty soon, and yeah, I have a lot of September stuff planned. It'll be pretty fun. So anyways, yeah, thanks for watching, and bye-bye.